Hi, welcome back. It's been a few days since I've been able to work on these paintings. Sorry, here I am. um, Lots of yard work has taken up my time, but today's rainy and I'm not going to get out there, so let's move along with this painting. I'm trying something different today in the setup because I've noticed as I've processed my videos that I'm off camera sometimes with what I'm painting. It was hard for me to see that. So I'm trying this time to go in the other direction, landscape instead of portrait, and I have my photo, my reference photo that I'm working from next to me here, and here is the painting. So let's move along. We're going to do the letters on the red sign right now, and I'm using the Winsor Newton raw umber. So I'm just going to paint these in. Much of this board is covered by leaves. That's it for those for right now. Next I want to work on the leaves. So we're going to mix up the raw umber, still in our brush, with Grumbacher Permanent Green Light and Winsor Newton Olive Green. There's some lighter leaves out in here. Most of the leaves are in shadow and are pretty dark back in here, but out here they're coming out into the light a little bit, and I want to do the same thing here. These look different because I photoshopped in another branch that wasn't on this tree, and the leaves were a different color. I don't want to paint the leaves the same color that this is because it just wouldn't match. So let's begin with these lighter leaves. Okay, now we want to get a little bit darker. So I'm mixing olive green with shadow green. I'm just putting my dirty brush from what I had into that mix. This is kind of a tedious thing, like a puzzle. And I want to go darker yet, so I'm just going to pick up the shadow green on my dirty brush. That's pretty dark. Remember that we want to leave little holes between the leaves where you're going to see the brick wall behind. picking up just plain olive green this time. We want a variety of shades and values of greens. And remember that we will be placing details with colored pencils. This is just black in. So as you can see, I've got a light, medium, medium dark, and a dark. And I'm just taking my time to go through and place leaves in, making sure I'm getting darker shadows where they need to be. I'm not going to take the time to paint this whole thing here because it would be very boring and repetitive. So I'm going to paint the rest of this off camera and then we'll come back. Okay, I've put in my leaves for how they're going to be right now anyway. I'm happy with them. There's a nice variety of greens, darks, lights, and little holes in between where you can see the wall. Now, one thing I forgot on the sign was the gold edge around it. So I'm going back to my Winsor Newton raw umber, and I'm just going to put that gold edge in. Okay, that's good. And I think now we'll come down into here and work on the stripes, the green and black stripes around the outside of this sign on the brick wall. Something we need to keep in mind is that the shadow and light pattern is affecting this sign. So spots like here, where the sun is shining brightly on this brick wall, we have to make that green significantly lighter than the green in the shadows. So I have mixed Mission Sap Green plus Mission Ultramarine Blue Deep to make a darker blue-green color, and I'm going to very much dilute a little part of it here and put my light areas in so that I don't lose where those are. Okay, now I'm going to go to the full strength of what I just mixed. Again, Sap Green and Ultramarine Blue. I'm not too worried that this is not exactly perfectly straight because it's painted on an old brick wall. So there would be some I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. It would be bumpy like the brick. So I'm not worried that it's not 100% perfect. Didn't bring this up high enough here. Okay. Then we need to go between all of that with black. But I think I'm going to let that green dry before I put other paint down right next to it. Let's let that dry and we will work on the flower arrangement.